When most people picture Adolf Hitler, one of the first things that comes to mind is his unmistakable small square moustache. It's a facial feature so tied to his image that it has become a dark icon of the 20th century. But few realize that there's a surprisingly practical origin behind this infamous piece of grooming, and a deeper symbolic meaning that Hitler himself may have embraced. A moustache made for war. Before he was the dictator of Nazi Germany, Adolf Hitler was a frontline soldier in World War I. Serving as a messenger on the Western Front in the Royal Bavarian Reserve Infantry Regiment 16, Hitler spent 4 grueling years in the trenches of northern France and Belgium. Early in the war, like many German men of the time, Hitler sported a fuller, more traditional moustache. But as the horrors of modern warfare intensified, chemical weapons became a grim new reality on the battlefield. Poison gas attacks, chlorine, phosgene and mustard gas, were devastating and indiscriminate. Gas masks quickly became essential, and for them to form a proper seal, facial hair had to be trimmed. Sometime during the war, Hitler shaved down his moustache into the small centered strip we now associate with him. He wasn't alone. Many soldiers modified their facial hair to accommodate the tight rubber seal of their gas masks. In that sense, Hitler's moustache was a product of World War I's brutal practicality, a symbol of war that never ended. After the war, as Germany reeled from its defeat, the punitive Versailles Treaty, and crushing economic hardship, Hitler held on to more than just his bitterness. He also kept the moustache. But why? To Hitler, the war wasn't truly over. While Germany had signed an armistice, he believed the nation had been betrayed, not defeated. He railed against the so-called November criminals, who signed the peace and the conditions imposed by the Allies. Keeping the moustache may have been more than just a personal quirk or brand. It was a statement. It told the German people that the fight was not yet finished, that Germany remained under siege, humiliated, shackled, and wounded. Hitler's appearance became part of his message that the nation had to rise again and take revenge on its enemies. In time, his moustache became a symbol of his defiance and later of tyranny and genocide. Final thoughts. While it might seem trivial to dwell on a dictator's grooming habits, small details often hold surprising insight into historical psychology. Hitler's moustache wasn't just a fashion choice. It was forged in the trenches of World War I and carried into his political career as part of his image of eternal struggle. In the end, it became one of the most infamous visual trademarks of the 20th century, a haunting reminder of how personal symbolism can fuel public myth